Hi there. Today I'll be explaining what lies behind US immigration laws. So, this one is going to sound a little academic, but it's important for people who are applying for immigration benefits to know what they're dealing with, that they're dealing with something provided for by the law. I think this gives them confidence. So, it all starts with the Constitution of the United States, which provides for the regulation of immigrants and non citizens into the United States. Congress then makes laws which state how non-citizens can come into the US and under what classifications they can come into the US. The executive arm, as the president, regulates the admission of non-citizens through its departments. We have the Department of Homeland Security, Department of Labor, Department of State, Department of Justice, and even the Department of Health and Human Services. Of all this, though, the Department of Homeland Security is the one which deals the most with non citizens and immigration laws. So, in each of these departments, there are the various agencies, they have various agencies which handle different aspects of immigration law. Though, for instance, in the Department of Homeland Security, there are the departments that grant benefits, and then separate agencies, sub agencies, which enforce those who are found not eligible to remain in the US. So the judicial arm of the US government also gets a bite of the immigration apple because sometimes cases are appealed to the US District Court, sometimes they are petitioned for review at the US Court of Appeals, and from time to time, even the US Supreme Court weighs in on case law, on cases which concern immigration, and they interpret how our immigration laws should be applied. So back to the executive arm of government. The agencies under in the various departments in the executive arm, they make regulations which guide the implementations of the immigration laws. So, like the regulations are like the steps, if you will, showing how each law should be applied, what forms are needed, what fees should be paid, what supporting evidence is needed for every application that you're going to file. And one thing that's interesting too to note about the making of regulations is that the public is given an opportunity to make some input as regulations are being formulated. So normally they would give a little period of maybe I think up to 60 days sometimes, asking people to send in their comments. And the comments are considered by the government department that's trying to issue the regulations. And also the agencies in the government departments, the U.S. government departments, they also formulate policies based on what the government wants to achieve, so that they can help this. And these policies also help in the enforcement of or granting of benefits in U.S. immigration law. And then from time to time, the president may give directly grant a benefit using his executive action powers. Example, the DACA, which the president back in the day used to grant immigration benefits to children, people who were brought to the US as children but who no longer had status in the US. So you see, US immigration law is not chaotic, it's not a patchwork of stuff. It's something that was actually thought of. There's a method to it, and it was provided by starting with the Constitution, with the supreme land of the law, and then provided for by the laws of the land, other laws of the land. So you should know if you're an immigrant that you're in good company, because the other immigrants in the US at different times have made such important contributions to the country, starting from Albert Einstein to Henry Kissinger and even Hakim Olajuwon. So you see, there are so many of us who came to the US as immigrants, and we're here doing good stuff. So if you would like to come and live in the US, you'd be in the same group as a lot of distinguished persons. Here at Apelli and Associates, we are knowledgeable about the laws, both the case law and the statutes, and also the regulations that provide for and regulate the grant of immigration benefits and also their enforcement. So please call us today and we can assist you to achieve your immigration aims. We look forward to seeing you next time.